Well, my goodness. Did you guys miss us? Because I missed you guys. We are back. I'm so excited to be back. It seemed like it was a long time. I had to sit here and run through the motions real quick before I got started. But it's your favorite couple back again with another episode of our podcast.
We still do.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. Today we are going to be talking about
starting a family. When is it a good time to start a family? And all that good stuff. So, you want me to start or you want to get started? How you want to do it? You can start it.
Me start it?
Yeah.
Okay. You ain't got to threaten me with a good time. I'll start it. So, in my opinion, starting a family, now this is just my opinion, I think it's best to start a family at a young age. And my reason behind it is because I want to be able to be interactive with my kids with whatever, if it's sports, whatever it is. I want to be able to be active with my kids and not be like, I don't want to be one of those parents that have to pay somebody else to teach my kids how to do something because, I'm at the point where either I'm too busy or I just physically can't do it. But on the flip side of that, some people are like, we just got married and then, they want to enjoy their marriage. So I definitely agree with that too. You do want to enjoy your marriage because with us, we had our first kid in the first year. So we didn't really get a chance to do much as far as enjoying each other. We had a year and then we was like, boom, first kid.
Yeah.
But like I said, my perspective on it is have your kid while you're young. Like right now, if the kids want to do anything, I can go out there and I can do it. I can show them how to do it. I still play with them. It's not like, daddy's probably not going to want to do that, but daddy can't. I don't think he can do that. They know whatever is going to happen, daddy can do it. Like a big kid.
Yeah, you're just like a big kid, so I don't think it matters how old you are.
It's not going to matter because that does keep me young. But
yeah. I
think it's the mentality on top of, the age too, though.
Yeah, it is.
Because, you can still I'll still have that big kid mentality in my 40s and 50s, but that don't mean my body is going to be able to do it. My body be like, all right, bro, you think you young, but you're not young no more. So all that other stuff, getting down on your knees, playing basketball, dang.
Yeah, you already pushing it now when you be trying to do stuff.
I can do it. I just get tired. My knees start hurting.
Your whole body start aching.
But I can do
it. You can do it. Yeah, you can.
And I'm going to do it.
Excuse me, you guys. I'm getting over a cold. So.
Sick face.
I'm better now. I just have this weird cough. But,
so, what about you? What's your perspective on it?
I think my perspective is, I don't know. I guess like on hindsight, I would probably say like I wish that maybe we would have waited before we had our first kid together because in our situation we were in our 20s, so we could have done that. Yeah.
And that's still been young. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about, for us, I feel like that, if we would have waited, we still could have like started our family still young, but still had some years of marriage under our belt. Like getting to know one another first on like a husband and wife level instead of trying to balance it all. I mean, by God's grace, we figured it out.
Oh, that was all God.
But
having a baby and trying to figure each other out at the same time.
Yeah, being newlyweds.
Shoot.
So I mean, and you never know that, maybe some of the mistakes that we made when we were younger, if we had that time to get to know each other first, like before we had the, not, I don't want to say the distraction of a kid, but like, you know, somebody else in the mix.
Yeah, it takes your attention.
It does take off a little bit off of your focus and your attention completely from your spouse. So maybe if we didn't have that, then we would have like clicked faster, sooner. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying that.
Yeah,
you know,
it's hard to say.
It's hard to say because
it seems like it would have been
experienced something different, but it does seem like it would have been a little bit.
Yeah, it does make sense.
You know, and maybe it would have been a little bit easier. I don't know. I feel like marriage is hard regardless, and no matter what situation you walk into when you're married, I feel like you're still, when you're newlywed, like that first, you know, couple years or whatever, it's going to be hard because you're still figuring out that person as a husband and figuring out that person as a wife. It's not just boyfriend, girlfriend anymore. So either way it goes, it's going to be a transition, and it's going to be like some downfalls, I guess you could say, or some, you know, challenges and learning experiences. But I feel like just for us, because there was a kid in the mix, it just took our, I guess you could say, it took our attention off. But I do feel at the same time it kind of saved us.
Yeah, because it's like,
because it was like, okay, well, we have this kid.
We got this kid, so we got to make this thing work. So yeah, it ain't like, okay, you know what? That's it. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, no, you got this kid over here, and you're not just about to leave.
Yeah.
But you know, everybody's not like that. That's how we are. Like, we not separating and leaving this kid like this. Like that was always an agreement. Like, no matter what, we gonna work this thing out. We got these kids.
Yeah, we even joke like now, like, oh, well, if we gonna separate, we gonna wait till the kids is 18 because we don't have time for that. Trying to figure out the kids and all that.
It's my weekend. I want my kids for this weekend. We going to the game.
Yeah, it's tough, and I mean, we don't need to get into that, but
that's a whole nother topic.
We've experienced, you know, that. So I think that it did kind of keep us together too, because I would say like our first, like when our daughter was like, she was still a baby, she was young, like she was little, and I feel like that was our hardest times, is when we felt like we didn't want to do it anymore, but we had to, you know, take a step back. And
I think that was baby. One of those things was like God seen.
Yeah, he orchestrated
like,
that because
y'all ain't gonna. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this baby in there, cause if y'all think y'all gonna separate, no, you're not, cause y'all got this baby. He knew our mentality on the situation, so he already planted that seed. Yeah. And then after child 1, things got better. Child 2, it was like, we got this. As far as taking care of the kids, it was kind of like a breeze. And then child 3
was the game changer. Man. It's easier when you have 2.
Yeah, when you got 2, it's like, okay, I learned from my mistakes with the first one. Do all that with the second one. Breeze. And then
the third one is like, okay, we're outnumbered.
Like, I ain't doing nothing that the first 2 did. I'm my own. I'm doing something totally different. Yeah. It's like, what? Wait. Yeah. What just happened? Like, we got 2 kids. We supposed to know what to do. This one.
Yeah, it's a completely different story.
Man. Those of you guys out there who got multiple kids, you know. It ain't like first kid, second kid, breeze, third kid, breeze, fourth kid, breeze. No. For some reason, the more you have, it's like, goodness.
I think it's just the transition from the second to the third. That's what I feel. I mean, I don't know. We only have those 3, but I feel like just from like people that I know who have multiple kids, they always say that the 3rd kid was just like a game changer. And if they have more after that, they just kind of, they figured it out. Mm-hmm. But it's going from 2 to 3 where it's like, okay, what just happened? Because we're outnumbered. This kid is completely different from the first and the second kid. Like, what's going on here?
Whose kid are you?
And then if you decide you have that 4th kid, I think you've already you're expecting something different. Mm-hmm. I think with the first and the second, it's kind of similar. So you think that 3rd one is going to be like the same. And it's
That
just,
will
it
come
doesn't
out.
work out that way. You're like, oh my God, what just happened?
Yeah. It's that kid that you got to whoop every day.
Not every day.
Keep your eye on every
You got to
day.
keep your eye on them, definitely. You got to keep your eye
Always
on them.
looking around the corner and checking. Hey, what are you doing? What? No, you're not doing that. That's not yours. It's not yours. Stop. Go put it back. No, you can't have that. It's not yours.
Yeah.
No, you can't eat that. It's first thing in the morning. You're not eating candy. No. Just like stuff that you wouldn't have to deal with. Like,
Yeah,
what?
with the first.
Where is this
yeah.
coming from?
Like,
you
whose
just
kid are you?
think you can get whatever you want.
Yeah.
Did you weren't out there when at the birthday party today when nephew was opening his gifts, huh?
No.
So
And he was mad.
This is a quick story, real quick. This is the youngest one. Our nephew had a birthday today. He's opening his gifts. He gets a Spider-Man mask from the new movie. Our son loves Spider-Man. He sees the mask, grabs it from him, takes it. I'm recording. He's looking at me like, Daddy, I want to share this. I'm like, it's not yours. He just got it for his birthday. He ain't even opened it. Like, can he enjoy his gift?
Yeah.
Like,
But he's like,
kinda
but I'm going to
stuff.
share it. It's his toy.
Yeah.
I'm going to share it with him.
Like, what the heck happened to you? Like, you just think,
Yeah.
I know you just got this, but I want to put it on first and share it. Like, it don't work like that, man. Like, this
Yeah.
is his birthday party. Let him enjoy his gifts. He ain't even got to open the gift. I'm just like, come on, man. But I mean, that's the difference.
That's our kid.
That's
That
the
is
baby
our
right
kid.
there.
That's the baby for sure.
Something else. Yeah, but
But I think too that in our situation, like I can't, now that we have gotten into our routine with our kids and stuff like that, like I can't imagine it any other way. Like I can't imagine us like waiting to have kids.
yeah.
Just because we've kind of like
Yeah,
we've
like,
found that rhythm, and now we're able to like, you know, take mini vacays and like do stuff like that, where it's like, yeah, we do have kids, but at the same time we can still do like little stuff here and there. We don't have to wait until we're like retired or the kids are out of the house to still have that, you know what I mean, that quality time with each other. And I think
But when we do have our little vacays, we be missing the doggone kids too.
we do that first day. I feel like is always weird.
Yeah.
Like we just went on a little mini vacay. That's why we haven't, you know, we weren't recording and stuff. That first day is like we gotta warm up.
Yeah.
And then we were actually supposed to stay another day, and Deontay was like, let's just drive home tonight. Like, and I could tell that you missed the kids.
Yeah, well, I
you
was
didn't say
gone.
that, but you did miss the kids, and you were gone too.
Yeah.
You were gone before that, so I could tell you were like missing your kids. You wanted to go home, but it was nice to get away for a while and just enjoy one another's company and just like be big kids ourselves. Really, we have fun. We didn't do nothing crazy. We just
Nope. Just have fun.
we
Flat
just
out.
have fun.
Went to a
Like,
water park.
Yeah, we went to a water
Like
park.
some big kids.
We ate a lot. We ate a lot. Yeah.
Just have fun.
We just had fun. Like I felt like two single people again, you know, like two people dating and just doing stuff together.
Clowning people.
That's what it felt like. Oh, clowning
A
people?
little bit. We seen some funny people out there.
What?
Some, people that just ain't had no business doing what they was doing. Just, what are you doing? Spotting them out. But anyway, that's something totally different. But I was thinking of like, some advice, I guess, for couples who were, just getting into being married. And like I was saying, for us, we were young, and you saying like, hindsight, we could have waited. So that would be some advice that I would have for young couples. Like if you're in your 20s getting married, now I'm not saying don't, but it's not a bad idea to wait a few years before so that you can, you know, go on couples retreats or go on cruises, go on vacations, and not have to worry about finding somebody to watch your kids, or, you know, when you're over there, like, you know, you may not have a situation like ours where, you know, your kids are well taken care of. You might have to leave them with somebody you're not too sure about and be calling every 15 minutes and checking in, you know. So it kind of relieves that stress. And then once you've done, you know, the majority of the things that you want to do, then settle down, talk about it, game plan it, you know, and then go for that first kid. And then, you know, things change, but it changes for the better. And then, you know, the child gets older, and then you can get back on that horse and vacation and having fun. But then you can incorporate your child too and see the joy.
But
like,
I think that we, like, even I think with our first, we were kind of like, we didn't really do anything.
We did,
or we didn't like go anywhere. And I think too, it was just because we were newlyweds, we were kind of broke, like we just was still figuring out life together, really. And then with our second, we went on vacation when he was 6 months.
Yeah, because we realized that we got this under control.
When
it's your first one, you're like,
when it's the first
still
one,
learning.
It's like your whole life stops.
Yeah, you don't want to go
kid,
do nothing
for the
really.
baby, because you don't
want to leave
parent,
your kid.
You don't want to leave your kid. It's like your whole life just revolves around that kid.
That's why we was broke
for the first like probably year or two, really. And then you kind of, you know, once they become like in that toddler stage, you start letting them spend the night with the grandparents and doing stuff. By the time we got to our second kid, once he hit 6 months, we was like, okay, we're going to go on vacation.
Can you watch him?
Can you watch him? We'll be back.
We will be back.
So, yeah, I think it's just all learning and growing as you go.
You can learn from our experiences. This is what we went through.
But you have to do what works best for you.
Yeah, of course.
You have to come on the same page together. Like, you can't just be like, you know, because I heard somebody say it. Yeah. We need to wait.
Yeah, you need to talk.
You know, but your spouse is like, well, I want to have kids right now.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, if you plan on having a lot of kids, you want to have a lot of kids, then maybe you do want to start early. You know, or you want to space it out. Or for us, like, I mean, our daughter was planned.
Yeah,
like we were like,
but we never talked about like how many we wanted to have.
We never talked about how many we wanted to have, and we never discussed the second two pregnancies either. It just happened. So
you got me.
I mean, you got me.
No, you got me. Trap.
Please.
Trap.
Yeah, you got how many more years? You still got some years to go. So, yeah, you stuck.
I ain't going nowhere. Them is my babies. If anything, they coming with me.
Okay, move on. Move on. Move on.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to the communication portion of it. Because, like you said, our first one was planned. Now, when you first get married, it may not be a topic that comes up. Like, you know, it could be something that you guys talked about when you were dating. But I feel like in this generation, people don't really talk about having kids. It's like either you like kids or you don't like kids. And, you know, if we're going to have a kid, it kind of just happens. But I really think you should talk about it and be on the same page, because I feel like that can be a factor in division in marriage. Like, you guys, maybe you don't get a divorce or you don't separate from it, but you come into the marriage and it's like, as a woman, you're like, I want to have a kid. And as a man, it's like, I'm not really ready to have a kid right now. But it's like, okay, well, when will you be ready? And it's like, I don't know. Like, you know, I'm still trying to do me and, you know, do this, that, and the other. And it's like something that should be talked about. So that way you guys are on the same page. Like, okay, sit down. we just getting married, boom, go a year in our little honeymoon stage. Let's do X, Y, and Z. You know, once that's out the way, maybe we can settle down and maybe we can have a kid. You know, you may have some big goals that you want, like you want to.
I feel like we missed that year of honeymoon. We did not
We did.
have that.
We didn't have it. Our first year was just like
not,
rocky, because we, like you said, we was living with your parents, so we didn't have no privacy.
It was.
So it wasn't just me and you, and then we had a kid, and we were still living with your parents. Like we in our honeymoon stages right now.
Yeah, I feel like that.
We in our honeymoon stages now. For like the last couple years, we've been honeymooning. We've been honeymooning for the last couple years.
Oh my God, I feel like that because
not mad about it.
We missed it in the beginning. We were never in that honeymoon stage when we first got married. It was like, oof, this is a mistake. That's how I felt. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like, blew it on this one. Like for the first, I did, Deontay. Don't act like you didn't feel that way.
I never. How dare you?
Deontay, our
Blew it?
first year and a half.
Please.
Yeah. Our first year and a half was,
Nah, yeah, it was tough.
man, it was really tough. But,
Yeah, I did feel like,
you know, like this is not for me. This is not for us. Like we should have stayed friends. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was
I
rough,
already felt
but-
like I would never get married when I was younger anyway. And then you came along and changed all that, and I was like,
no, I didn't want to get married either. Not that young. Not that young. Yeah, it just happened. But I mean, yeah, I feel like now we're kind of like honeymooning. We're just kind of like enjoying each other. Not really, you know, like we don't sweat the small stuff. We're not really tripping off of
yeah.
whatever.
Real quick, I'm gonna just share this real quick. The reason why we've been, you know, gone for a while, I had to go to Arizona. I think I mentioned that. I was in Arizona for 2 weeks for work, and y'all, listen, I was missing her so much. It was crazy. Like, I was so bored. I was calling her video call all the time. Like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm at church. Like, church is over. Like, can you call me? I'm bored. Like, every time I call her, everybody in the background like, he bored, huh? Like, yeah, I'm bored. I ain't have nothing to do. I'm video calling the kids. I'm checking the doorbell. Every time somebody come in the house, I'm talking to people. I was so bored, y'all. But that's when you know.
You walked around Walmart with me for 2 hours.
Yeah.
On the phone, on
phone.
video call. I'm like, okay, I'll call you when I get
No.
home. No, I'm gonna just
I'll
stay.
stay.
On the phone.
She was like, you want to walk around Walmart with me? Yep. I sure do.
I was
Let's go.
expecting him to be like, no.
Let's go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was bored, but
That's the longest that you've been gone.
yeah, I was over.
Yeah, that was
like,
a long
man.
time. The first week, I was like, okay, like I had prepared myself with the kids and like the work schedule and dropping the kids. Like I was good. That second week, I was like, okay, this is getting old.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of this.
If it wasn't a 5-hour drive, I would have came back home and then went back out there. But I'm like 5 hours there, 5 hours back. That's a whole day right there.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it,
But I think that's a good thing, like for us to be married over 10 years and not like you going away for work for a couple weeks and like, oh, this is like a little vacation for me. You know what I mean? Like you actually missed me, you missed the kids, you missed my mom, like my sisters, like, you know, you missed the family. So, I mean, I think that speaks volumes about just, you know, who you are as a man. And you know what's important to you, what's important to you, and like what you value. Because you could have been like, okay, I'm doing me. You know, once you clock out, like, go find something for you to do.
No, I was in that hotel room bored. Bored. Nothing to do.
Yeah.
And I took my PlayStation. Didn't even want to do that. But that was just a little side story, just so you guys can know how much I love this woman.
I love you
And
too.
that we are in our honeymoon stages after
We
13
are.
years.
It's weird. It just clicked in my head. Like, we never had that. We never had that.
We had a little honeymoon.
I mean, yeah, we went on a honeymoon.
But that was it.
But you know how when you first get married, like you said, that first like year, couple years, you're like, oh, you know, lovey-dovey. Oh my God.
Like that?
Yeah.
That's
like,
weak.
Oh, muscles. So strong. Like that.
Yeah, you just awed by everything.
Yeah, just everything you do, everything you say. It's like, oh my God, I just love him. We was not like that.
No.
I was like, oh,
Get
God.
away from me. Get away from me. I'm going to work.
Man.
I'll be back. That's what was that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now
Yep.
it's like, what time do you get home?
Yep.
Come home so I can see your
Yep.
face. But that
Thank God
that
for
would
that,
be
man.
something to think about, you know, for as newlyweds. Like, yes, you know, if you want to have them when you're young, by all means do it. But talk about it and knock out some key things that you want to do. Because like looking
Yeah.
back, if we could have sat down and been like, I want to do, you know, like you, I want to, you know, finish cosmetology school right away. Let's, you know, take a big vacation somewhere, like a cruise.
And I think
stuff
that's
like that.
what we didn't have any goals.
We
Like,
didn't
when
have
we first
any
got married,
goals.
we didn't have any goals. We never sat down and talked about what our life goals were.
Yeah.
Like we didn't do any of that. We didn't do none of that.
Yeah, I mean, it just, by God's grace,
We made
later
it through.
on, we made it
Yeah.
through because you did cosmetology school while you were pregnant.
Yep.
So, you know, that could have been something that you did before having a baby and then already been done and then had a baby and it would have already been taken care of. But, you know, you had to go through it while you were pregnant.
Yep. And that was with the third already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
I
was
think
years.
so if you guys are like newlyweds or, you know, engaged or something like that, it's important to talk about your goals. Even now, if you're married already and you're, you know, years into your marriage, it's always important to sit down and talk about your goals. If I ever have a new goal or something I want to do, because I love like, you know, challenging myself and growing and stuff like that, I'll always talk to Deontay about it. Like, you know what, I want to do this. And like, this is the amount of time that I'm giving myself. Like, is it okay? Like, can we work it in the schedule? Because it's good to grow together as a married couple, but it's also good to grow individually. And you should never feel like, you know, because I'm married now, my whole being and my everything just revolves around this one person. You know what I mean? Like, you should always have your own self-worth, I guess.
Yeah. You got to build
And
yourself
then,
up.
You know, whatever you are building within yourself should be able to be magnified within your marriage. Like that
Yeah.
person should complement whatever it is that you're trying to do as an individual, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But
I feel
it
like
shouldn't just be all wrapped up in just.
I feel like to piggyback on what you said, if you do spend that time to build yourself up, it makes you more confident in your marriage. Because if it's just me doing everything that I want to do and you just being supportive of me and just, you know, playing the role of the wife, then you kind of feel belittled. It's like, oh, you know, he's got all this going for himself, but you know, it's okay. I don't have to, you know, do this. I don't have to do that. You know, I support him. He takes care of me.
Yeah.
Like, but you and one of the things that she just did, like she said, when she challenges herself and wants to do something, she came to me and was like, I want to do barbering school. And I'm like, well, you coming over into my field now? Like, what are you doing? But we talked about it and we game planned it. Talked about how, you know, long it'll take. Got it done. And she finished now. You know, she finished barber school. I was able to kind of, you know, teach her some things, let her practice on me, which, oh, we didn't put that video out, huh? When I let you cut my hair.
We did it?
No, because it was dark. You said you didn't like it. But I let her cut my hair.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because I support my
Video
wife.
didn't come
I let her
out
cut
right.
my hair. I let her use the razor on me and everything. I
Yep.
think I put that out when you were using the straight razor on me.
Maybe.
I don't know.
know.
But if not,
We'll go back and check.
yeah, I let her use the straight razor on me. So, but I do. It is important to, you know, get your goals out there, talk about it, accomplish it, and then start a family instead of, doing it the way we did. It's all God's grace with us because it worked out. Like, we started a family first, and then later on down the line, we kind of decided what we wanted to do with our lives, and then we went for it. And, like I said, by God's grace and family, we were able
family
to do
support,
it because we had a lot of family support that would watch the kids when we, were going to school and stuff like that. So, but, use us as an example. If we would have did this before we had kids, it would have been a breeze because we would have been done.
We would have been so far, like, ahead of, you know what I mean, of where we are now. Just thinking back on it, like, if we would have actually sat down and, you know what I mean, just set goals for ourselves.
Shop or something for ourselves by now.
I mean, but we were young. We didn't know anything about anything. We didn't even really know anything about life. Like, we didn't know nothing about life.
That's why we
let
do
alone
this.
Trying to have life together.
We want to share our experiences.
But,
hopefully people learn from it.
Yeah. So that's all I got for today, guys. I did miss recording. This is our time together. Even though we did spend a lot of time together in our little mini vacay, this is like our little,
we got some feedback from people who said that they missed the podcast.
And we appreciate you guys.
One of our sisters said we were ruining her life because we didn't record. Like, calm down. We'll be back.
No, I had a lot of people like.
We appreciate you guys so much, the support.
Yeah, we do.
So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. If you're not following us for whatever reason, follow us on Instagram. Instagram tag is what?
Is we_still_D0.
And you can search the same thing on YouTube, and you can find us. Yeah, we just appreciate you guys very much.
Do.
I missed you guys, even though I don't see you guys face to face.
Yeah, we miss this.
We miss this.
Yeah.
I was excited when it was time to sit here and record, but I'm not gonna keep blabbering on. I'm Deontay,
and I'm Maymuna,
and we still do.
See you guys next time.